rock and roll, live a dream, super excited. Almost every day I feel inspired to do a video. Uh, because what I see is what I see. I see people my age, you know, I would say anywhere from 15 above. I'll be 74 soon, going on 47. And the energetic vibration of their being is going down. They're not thriving, they're barely surviving. They live in a world of, the only thing I can think of is dependency. What does that mean? Dependency upon the government, dependency upon the medical field, dependency upon the universal life of make-believe to take care of them. Doesn't work that way. Not in my opinion. Rock and roll, live a dream, super excited. Which means in about, I don't know, about 2 months, I'm going up for my prime existence of vitality, strength, and amazing experience on a day-to-day basis. Every thought, every power within is based on one word. This is what works for me. And I pretty much challenge anybody in my age group, 10 years younger than me, 20 years younger than me, 30 years younger than me, it doesn't really matter. If they change their daily dietary habits, you see a world of difference. Which means it's 7:50. I got up at maybe about 6:30. I did my daily. I don't really meditate. I write words of encouragement, words of power, words of universal forces are within us to create a world of love and abundance daily. We are given those powers just by our breath. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about some basic diseases. Let's start with being sick. Being sick is a gift. Do you know what that means? Being sick is a gift. Because we changed the words to my words, we're not sick, we are loved. Every disease is based on one little word, love. People have a really hard time understanding that. They have a hard time because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that we have a cold, you have sick, you have a fever. It has to be handled by the powers to be. And those powers to be are not most people believe it, are not within. They're given the sickness, the disease, whatever they have, to someone else to handle. Doesn't make sense. Our bodies earn that sickness. Our bodies earn that disease. Our bodies do never, ever make a mistake. Ever. Do you know what that means? Our bodies do not make mistakes ever. Let me repeat that. Our bodies never, ever make a mistake. Which means you gotta keep the mistakes down to a minimum. What does that mean? Keep the mistakes to, this is my opinion. We have 74 trillion cells in our body. 74 trillion. I have it, you have it. Boom, boom, boom. They're working together in unison. And each cell has 24,000 life units. You know how many cells and units of intelligence that is? they work together as one. And they're also joined forces by 308 trillion viruses together. 308 trillion viruses are in our system, working with our 75 trillion cells together as a team. Their job is to destroy, annihilate, get rid of that which will harm it. We also have 60 billion bacteria. That means that's beyond, you know what I mean? That's beyond. That's beyond a miracle of life inside each and every one of us. Working together as a team to make sure that you rock and roll, live dreams, super excited. Not survive. Not feeling sick. Not full of fear. It's rocking and rolling, living dreams, super excited. Let's take one step further. One step further. This is the world I live in that rocks. This world, by the universal forces above, was given us perfection, excellence, and designed the food of choice. This is hard to understand. Our bodies are designed for a particular food given to us by the universal forces. And it kind of establish the team. 6 factors in order for the body to accept it. And only 6 factors, in my opinion. Glucose, protein, vitamins, minerals, fatty acids, and water. And a complete package. Glucose, protein, vitamins, minerals, fatty acids, water, and a complete package. Of course, it's alkaline. And the body has to be alkaline in order for it to thrive. Every cell knows that. Every virus in our body knows that. Every bacteria in our body knows that. Alkaline. Alkaline, otherwise it dies. 7.4 the blood has to be, otherwise you die. It goes to 7.35, you die. So it's that imperative and that beyond importance that we eat food that does not meet these requirements. Every cell gets together and has to handle it. 2 foods meet that requirement. Fruit, veggies, and that's it. I'm not sure about nuts and seeds. I think they do, but I'm not really sure. I think they do. And sprouts. These 3 forces, these forces, fruit is the key. I'm a fruit guy. You know what I mean? I eat about 10, 15 pieces of fruit daily. It's alkaline. What does that mean? There is no energy on digestion. Of course, our body recognizes it. It's 30 minutes. Damn. And the body says, whoopee, we're super excited. That's why I'm super excited, super charged, super thriving at my young age. I'm not saying I'm going to die. I'm not going to say I'm getting old chronologically. Absolutely. Thriving. Physically, emotionally, in every way, I'm thriving. I'm rocking and rolling, living a dream, super excited. But what happens when you eat food that does not meet these requirements? My friends, every disease is based on that. Every disease is based on that. This is my opinion. Think about it. Think about when you go to a supermarket. I don't know if people want to see this. I don't know if anybody's going to see it. Maybe 10 people, maybe 20 people. But you know, that's the way it is. I don't have millions and millions of followers. I just don't. In other words, people out there who say, you know, trust me, I have the solution for your presence. You know, I'm not going to mention any names, but a lot of powers out be and they're pushing what they have to push. They're pushing their chemicals on us as a solution. They're pushing their food on us as a way of being entertained and fueled. There's no money in fruit. Not humongous amounts of money, because anybody can eat it. And people start getting healed, but it doesn't make sense to the medical world. It doesn't make sense to the food industry world. It doesn't make sense because there's no money in selling bananas. Just take a look at it. If it doesn't meet these requirements, it's acid waste. If it doesn't meet these 6 requirements, it's acid waste. Say, for example, we take any name, Julia. Julia eats this. She doesn't mind eating her eggs in the morning, boom, 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 boom. She doesn't mind eating her bread, toasting bread and butter in the morning, boom, boom, boom. She doesn't mind standing in line for donuts. She doesn't mind. That's who she is. And she's in her maybe mid-40s, mid-50s, you know, starting to get a little heavy here, a little heavy in the legs, a little heavy in the butt, a little heavy in the chin area, a little heavy in the face. But, you know, this is her life. And she goes to the doctor for medical checkups, you know. Doctor checks, oh yeah, you're perfect, boom, boom, boom. And she's falling apart. Women, men, as they get older, past maybe 25, 30, they are all apart. The aches and pains begin. I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm not saying it's right, but age 7 years old, I'm thriving. I'm thriving to rock and roll, living dreams, super excited. So, say for example, here is Julia. In the beginning, we eat this acid waste for breakfast, which means acid waste means no fruit, no vegetables. That's cooked, processed. You're eating that for lunch, you're eating that for dinner. Definitely you'll live. You won't die at the moment, because our bodies are too intelligent, so many systems designed, set up so to neutralize all this acid waste. That'll keep you it'll keep you living, not rocking. Keep you living, not rocking. It'll keep you, keep you, doing your thing, your work, come home, you rest, watch TV. So what does it take to rock and roll? What does it take to rock and roll? Fruit in the morning, 30 minutes of process. I think mostly fruit, 6 to 8, maybe 9 pieces of fruit, 700 to 900 calories, 30 minutes of process. The way you have to look at food is how long will stay in my system and does it meet these 6 requirements. How long does it stay in my system and it doesn't meet these requirements? Fruit, in my opinion,